Film, sídame. Hello everyone, my name is Diana Andrade and welcome to my channel. This is kind of a summary video of the stuff that happened in January. So let's start. So officially the new year started on the 1st January, however the solar new year started today, so 4th February. The new year, the official new year from the January, for me starts with a little tradition that I have since the last year. So every year I make a little painting on the canvas and I make a wish for the year. So last year I made this one. The wish was that I wanted to perform my songs live. Well, I actually did it, and well, this wish wasn't too hard to achieve because it only depended on me mostly. Well, this year I painted this. Of course I have eyes everywhere, so I'm putting them on a Christmas tree. Well, for me it's a New Year's tree, not a Christmas tree. So what happened? I kind of made a promise to myself, like to draw more, or to make more art, and not to think about like the final result, just to take like 31 hour max per day to like just to sketch whatever I can. Surprisingly, I started with just picking random people's names. So here's Doja Cat. I was hearing this name for a long time, but I never knew how she looked. So I was like persuaded that I don't know who she is, but turns out I knew some of her songs without knowing that I know it. So this was the first sketch. This one it's a funny story. It began as a pencil drawing as well. It should look like Taylor Swift, but it's kind of emo Taylor Swift. I started with maybe it was colored pencils, and then I'm like, oh no, there's too much work to do around. I'm not gonna spend all the time with doing it with pencils, so I painted it with acrylics. Kind of think I wrecked it, so then I made her look like emo. I don't know why, it's just like I felt like doing this. Recently I like experimenting with colors from maybe the end of the last year, so I think I've never used so much color before in my life. I'm mostly used to doing black and white pencil drawings. Even with paint I was mostly using black, white and just mixing them, because for me it's like, I think it's way more easier to find the right like shadow or black color, because black, white, gray, this is like basically the same color that doesn't exist in theory. I don't know why actually, but with colors you need to like kind of figure out what every shade of gray to what color it belongs. Another quick sketch. This time I did it fully like with pencils, because I'm like, okay, I wrecked Taylor Swift, so maybe I could try something to do something better with Billie Eilish. But even with pencils, well, there's obviously some mistakes, but from the point of view of the colors, it looks fine. I did this this little thing. Yeah, I think it's kind of okay. So at some point I got back to graphite, but it doesn't resemble, but as a reference I was using Dua Lipa's picture. I was just randomly picking like famous people. It's not like I love them. Of course I love Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish. This is I did in 20 minutes, basically just a quick sketch of just to feel the difference between pencils, watercolor pencils and watercolors. I mean, it's cute, but I'm not very enthusiastic about this. Like, speaks less to me than like a portrait. I don't know. Here I have a whole bunch of sketches. 2 minutes I usually do on like a little pieces of papers. So 2 minutes. Small sketches from here are for 2 minutes, and it's hard to start with 2 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes is like optimal time for like a sketch to be more or less done. 5 minutes could also work, but 50 minutes, at 50 minutes, literally I don't know what to do. This is 5 minutes, and it's more or less okay. And on Drinking Joys also, what I like to do is to use like marker. I'm not using any eraser, so that's how I would like see how I was thinking about the drawing when I did this, and what I did, why I did it, and how it looked at the ending. Here I tried with watercolor pencil to do a sketch. I think the lines are like more, not so black. I like very black lines. Well, I think this was like 15 minutes because I did 2 same poses and I didn't really like this pose. Another one 10 minutes, and or even maybe think 15 if I did already 3 here. There were also like some new experiments also during this day. Moving poses, so for 10 minutes. That's what I got out of it. Those kind of stuff I like, because like considering what I did with like Dali, with Van Gogh, so I think I like this kind of multiple style. We're always moving and, well, there's nothing constant, so I like how it embraces the movement. Again, my favorite one from this Drink and Draw, I think it was this one. I realized that it looks like as a girl was sleeping and she's having like out of body experience or lucid dream, like, yeah, that's cool. Maybe I'll finish this one because I like it. I have so many ideas, but I never have time to do all of them. Even not sure if I'm gonna finish this video. I'm not kind of proud of this work. First I did a sketch of it, and then I left this drawing for like 2 days, I think. Then I came back to it, I'm like, I'm gonna make this shit better. But like, so basically I mixed any media possible that I could have found. With those I also regret, because here as well I liked the middle version. Well, like basically the first sketch I did, I liked it better than this one because the sketch resembled more. This is like Kai's Jenner picture. I just tried to train myself to quickly draw different people. Successful like portraits are from the people that I'm used to seeing or I looked at. But it's like, it's putting so much information in the head because my memory is very good, and sometimes I just don't want to remember the traits of people, random people, but I still do. But that's kind of like a blessing and a curse that comes with if you used to sketch or draw. Then I tried also to do a portrait, just like watercolor pencils. Every time I'm looking at the drawings or the paintings that I did, I'm thinking like, oh, this one I don't like because I liked something that was in the middle of the process more than it turned out to be. So this is Selena Gomez, and with this I'm not sure because I think this is like the most time I spent on the painting during this month. So it's like, what? I spent like 3 or 4 hours on it, and I think this is like the biggest insight that I had during this month. I'm afraid like to let go of the intermediate states, or I think that I like in between stages more than the final result. I'm like, oh no, I never will be able to like to get it back because like I drew something else on it. Maybe that's why like usually I don't spend so much time on an artwork. I think with Selena I'm more or less okay, or maybe I'm trying to convince myself because I spent so much time on it, even though I really like this first version that I did after 40 minutes. I was doing also like a quick just sketch. I mean, I like to call it, most people call it doodling, but I like to call this expromtivism because I'm going exprompt, and in that sense I don't have any like expectations, I don't have any pre-attachments to the outcome that I'm not even sure how it would be. So I'm like just chilling, doodling, and I call this expromtivism. So my favorite artwork from this month, I think it's this one. Even though I don't consider myself like very skilled with painting or painting with acrylics, but somehow this kind of worked out. It could be better, it could be worse, but I love this stage and I'm gonna keep it, so I think I'm gonna stop there. Thank you for watching and for listening. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, or not. Nobody cares anyway, so thank you for watching and for listening. much.